What is going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we're going to dive into some more Great League battles. We're coming close to hitting rank 5. I believe this might be end of rank 4, start of rank 5, not exactly sure, but we're trying a new team. We're trying Clefable, Meganium, and Munchlax. Now, I've wanted to try out Clefable for a long time. I actually have never used it before in the Great League or Ultra League, but this Clefable that we have is actually a 98%, and I'm going to be utilizing it in Ultra League. But before we fully power it up, when I have the excess dust for that, we're going to use it in the Great League. Why not? Now, if you guys want to know more about this team, be sure to stick around after the battles, as we'll kind of break down what this team is capable of, what's it going to be weak to, what's going to be strong against, and just everything you guys need to know. Alright, so first time ever using Clefable before. Yeah, it might come to a surprise, but I have never used Clefable before, and this is my very first game with it, so let's see how it goes. I know what Clefable is capable of, but it's a lot different when you fight against it, knowing what moveset it has, and when you actually use it for yourself. So we have Clefable versus Reggie Steele. I'm like, come on, really? Alright, so we're going straight into Munchlax on the safe switch right here. Hopefully we can chip away enough health, and they bring in Defense Form Deoxys, which is perfect. Munchlax having the fast move of Lick is a ghost type move that's going to be very spammy. It's going to be doing super effective damage. Now, we are weak to Counter, which is the fast move here on Defense Form Deoxys, but we are so thick, guys. Munchlax is very, very bulky. We're going to be able to body slam spam, so it's like a bulkier version of Vigoroth. It's not going to be hitting as hard, but it can take a lot more hits than a Vigoroth would on safe switch here. So we are going to go for switch advantage. I do not care if I need to go 2 shields. We are winning switch advantage because I need to line up that Meganium versus the Reggie Steele here. So charge move coming through on their side. We're going to go ahead and shield, I believe. Yeah, I shield, and then we can actually farm down with Lick right here before they can get to another charge move, which is perfect. We won switch advantage. We have loaded energy, and now we need to see what's coming in next. It's going to be the Reggie Steele, so we're going to try to get to a bulldoze, but we're not. They're pulling the trigger on the charge move, but we have chipped away a little bit at Reggie Steele's health, which is nice. We're going to bring in our Meganium, start loading some energy. I'm ready for the Azumarill possible swap, and we see them swap now into a Umbreon. Here we go. This is what Clefable is meant to do. Absolutely destroy dark type Pokemon. It's going to be resisting the Dark Pulse or Foul Play coming here. It's going to be Dark Pulse, and we can just charm down. So this is absolutely beautiful. First game, we lose lead, win switch advantage, and then clean it up right here because Clefable will be able to completely farm down this Umbreon and basically fire off one Meteor Mash versus the Reggie Steele right here, which won't take it out. It'll do a decent amount of damage, but it definitely puts Reggie Steele within range for Earthquake. So they're going to be getting off their Flash Cannon right here. This will definitely take out Clefable. Going to be weak to that Steel. And then Meganium going to be coming in and going straight for Earthquake and clean this game up nicely. So that was a really nice game 1. So let's see how these other games go. Again, showing that, you know, you lose lead and you can come back if you win that switch advantage, especially with polarized leads like we have right now. So moving into game 2 here in rank 4, starting to face pretty much all meta stuff, which is really nice. In ranks 1, 2, and 3, it was either meta or it was very unique Pokemon. We lose lead again. Skarmory gonna be resisting that charm, so we're gonna go into Munchlax now. Gonna be licking down the Skarmory right here. They decide to use a charge move, which is fine. Munchlax is very bulky, so we're gonna go ahead and take a hit, and we'll have to see what comes in next. They're deciding to stay in. I'm like, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start going for body slams. This is gonna be resisted. Now Vigoroth, I think, would do a little better here against the Skarmory because the counter damage. But we're actually going to be able to get this Skarmory relatively low. And as long as we can take it out with Clefable, we're set up pretty good. So we're getting off another Body Slam. They're getting off another charge move right here. So I decide, you know what? I'm just going to let it take me out. That's okay. I'm going to come back in, but then they swap. And I'm like, oh no. It's a Shadow Victory Bell. And I have no answer for this. No answer at all. We're going to bring in Clefable. I'm getting destroyed right here. I'm absolutely going to lose. So now I got to swap into Meganium, and I'm just like, it's over. This Shadow Victory Bell cleaned house. It still had 2 shields, and wow. Yeah, was not prepared for this Shadow Victory Bell. Yeah, Shadow Pokemon do a lot of damage. I don't know if you guys have been running into them or if you're running them in the Great League, but I was not prepared for this thing, and it absolutely destroyed me. So Venusaur definitely being a counter to this team, but that's manageable. But a Shadow Victory Bell we cannot manage. The Razor Leaf alone would do so much damage. So this is a GG. So good game to my opponent here, and let's just let's get into the next battle, shall we? Oh geez, Shadow Pokemon are so strong. All right. Next battle here. All right, so let's see if we can pull a win out. Let's do it. Clefable, again, really strong. I think ultimately it's the best in Ultra League. Great League is still pretty good, and we win lead on this one. Cool. All right, so we got Charm versus Toxicroak, which is going to be doing neutral because of the poison fighting typing. They decided to swap out into Hypno, and this is where we bring in our Munchlax. Again, Lick doing super effective damage, and notice how they're not firing off any charge moves. I'm suspecting that they potentially could have Focus Blast. A safe switch Hypno could always be threatening with Focus Blast. So we'll have to see what they go for right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and shield. There's no reason why I shouldn't. And I can just farm down. And it's going to be a Thunder Punch, which is fine because now they're going to go for another charge move, which is just going to be another punch, which is perfectly fine with me. As long as I can farm this Hypno down and get off a Body Slam or two against whatever's coming in, hopefully get a shield, that would be ideal. So we're probably going to see the Toxicroak come back in, which we do. So we're going to go ahead and go for Body Slam right here. Again, applying shield pressure. We definitely want to even up shields if we can. And they don't shield, which I'm fine with because now they're using their energy to finish us off because they can't counter us down. The Lick would have done too much damage. We can bring in our Clefable right here, and they swap in Azumarill. So I was going to swap in Meganium, right? But no, I need to get this to a one-shield situation. So I'm going to let Clefable basically just go down to Azumarill. I want them to use their energy, use their shields, which is beautiful. We need to get into one-shot range for Frenzy Plant. So we've already gotten one shield. I'm going to let them use their energy. If they use Hydro Pump, beautiful. Now we're basically even on energy, and Meganium can finish off this game nicely for us. So we're going to try to over farm right here because I know they're going to be able to get to an Ice Beam. And we're not going to shield as well. I know it's kind of risky, but that Toxicroak has loaded energy that I'm not keeping super good track of. So I'm guessing they could potentially have a Sludge Bomb. So I am going to hold that shield for the potential Sludge Bomb that could come through and take us out. So we're going to get off the Frenzy Plant, and then we're going to be able to finish off now with this next Frenzy Plant. And then Toxicroak is going to come back in. It's going to be low, but again, if it has Sludge Bomb or a Mud Bomb, we have a shield for it. So we are going to be able to finish off nicely with Fast Move. So really risky right there, but if you don't risk it, you don't get your biscuits. So moving into the next battle. This was probably, this was a very interesting battle to say the least. I was taken by surprise what their last Pokemon was, but we have a Clefable versus a Superior. So wasn't really too sure what moveset they were going to run or how much damage Clefable could absorb or take. So I decide not to shield on this first one. I'm thinking maybe it's Leaf Tornado, maybe it's the Aerial Ace. Nope, it's Grass Knot, and that does quite a bit of damage, which is not good. Hopefully we can get to this Meteor Mash, but we can't in time, which is not good as well. So we're going to have to let the Clefable go down. Now, we need to bring in our Munchlax right here, start getting ahead on energy, and hopefully they don't get to another charge move by the time we've licked them down, but no, they are able to get it. And again, I'm like, you know what? It's probably Aerial Ace. We're just going to let it through. It is Aerial Ace. Okay, we're sitting pretty good, and then we are going to see, what are we going to see come in next? It's going to be Beedrill. So, Beedrill is pretty decent in Great League, everyone. Do not sleep on a Beedrill. Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb can do a lot of damage, which is going to be very deadly to our Meganium. So we are going to stay in here with our Munchlax. Now, I am concerned that they potentially have a flyer in the back. That's probably a big concern of mine, is maybe like an Altaria or Skarmory or something. So I'm just going to shield our Munchlax to try to take down this Beedrill. And do as much damage as I can. So we're going to try to commit to the farm down right here, but then I accidentally just click the charge move right there, and I decide to shield. This was the mistake. We decide to shield an X-Scissor. We definitely shouldn't have done that, and we waste our energy. So this is not good. All right, whatever they have in the back, hopefully something we can beat. It's a Blastoise. I'm like, awesome. Okay, we're switching straight into Meganium, but the thing is, Blastoise has access to Ice Beam, and Water Gun can chip away at us. Some of you guys may know that this is not going to end very well. They have a shield. We get off the Frenzy Plant. Can we get to another Frenzy Plant in time? The game gives me a shield right here, but I'm like, I have no shields. The Ice Beam's going to hit me anyways, so I don't know what that was all about. And now it's a race to the charge move, and we're not able to get off the Frenzy Plant. We have a Body Slam ready to go. Body Slam's going to be coming off right here. Maybe we should have used Body Slam before switching into Meganium to apply shield pressure. And now this is going to be a race, and he gets the Hydro Cannon. So really good battle by my opponent. Really unique team in showcasing that you don't have to run the super hyper meta to try to get some wins. So good game right there. All right, moving into, I believe, the final battle here. So far, I think the team's okay. I definitely need more experience with it, but we land a fantastic lead right here. This is what we want. This is why we run Clefable, and this is why we run Meganium right here. When everyone's running super meta, Altaria, Azumarill, Reggie Steele, this is what this team can start to handle. So we are in a very comfortable zone. We're not going to shield that first Ice Beam right here. I will shield if they shield, basically. So we're going to get off the Frenzy Plant. If they shield this right here, then I will shield the next one because obviously I want to win the switch advantage. So we're going to go for another Frenzy Plant right away, putting huge pressure. Do they want to go 2 shields down already? If they don't, nope, they do. Okay, so this is fine with me. Ice Beam going to be coming through. We are going to shield ourselves. And I got to be wary of that switch clock. They could try to switch to Altaria. So we got to fire off this Frenzy Plant right away before they can switch into Altaria. We are able to get it. Frenzy Plant will be taken out at Azumarill from this range. We will probably see Altaria come in. And we still have shield advantage. So we won switch advantage. We have shield advantage. Things are looking good. We're going to see a defense form Deoxys. This is beautiful. We have Munchlax for that. Even though it's not going to be the hardest counter to a defense form Deoxys, it is perfect for us. So charge move going to be coming through. We're not going to shield just yet. We can save the shield for our Clefable and finish off defense form Deoxys and Altaria. So we're going to hopefully get off a Body Slam. They do make a great swap into Altaria. But that's okay because we're just going to swap into our Clefable and just farm down. Charm's going to absolutely chunk away at the Altaria here, and we're going to shield the Sky Attack as well. We are very close to a Meteor Mash. Nothing that Defense Form Deoxys has can one-shot our Clefable, so we are just going to completely farm down, go for our Meteor Mash right here against the Defense Form Deoxys, and basically finish off with Charm damage. So really clean game right here. Again, this team's like built to take down some of those super meta Pokemon that we see. Charge move coming through. Thunderbolt, I believe, will not finish us off from this range. Clefable is very bulky, so we are going to be able to survive that and finish off with Charm, and that is going to be a good battle. So overall, 3-2 in this set. Got to rank 5, I think, on this one. We'll have to see. Yeah, 3-2. Overall, 26-9 with a couple different teams being run, mainly the Alolan Raichu team. So yeah, we hit rank 5. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the team. So Clefable is really built there to handle basically like fighters and Altaria. That's kind of like what it's built for, to take down those dragons, take down those fighters. And it also does fantastic some neutral matchups, right? So it can handle things like Mantine, Whiscash, Vigoroth, Tropius, Zapdos. Like, it's got a lot of great neutral matchups because of the damage that Charm does. On top of that, fantastic counter to Umbreon, that dark type Pokemon. Now, protection-wise, it's very weak to Reggie Steele and Azumarill, which is why we're running the Meganium. Again, Meganium breaks apart that Reggie Steele Azumarill core. Moveset you definitely want to have is that Vine Whip as a fast move, and the Legacy Community Day move of Frenzy Plant. Now, talking about Clefable again, moveset, Charm, Meteor Mash, Psychic. There's really no other options that you could go with that would do quite a bit of damage. You don't need the Moonblast or the Dazzling Gleam because you already have that Charm damage. So coverage with Psychic and Meteor Mash is going to be really solid. And when it comes to our safe switch option, meaning that if we lose lead, we need to go into this Pokemon to help us win, Munchlax we decided to go with because it has a lot of neutral matchups and it can win switch advantage when ahead on energy. Plus, it's very bulky, so we could decide not to shield and come back in with farm with Clefable like we did. Now, like I said earlier, there's going to be a couple Pokemon that can beat this team. Venusaur is probably the most used one that you'll see, Jumpluff as well, but it's manageable. right? A Venusaur you can manage to take down. It's not super tanky. It's not a hard wall to everything. Munchlax and Meganium can bulk that thing down. Charm can do a decent amount, but it is going to be resisted because of the poison typing. So overall, I think this team's pretty strong. The only legacy that you're going to need is going to be that Meganium with Frenzy Plant. Clefables are pretty easy to get. Munchlaxes are pretty easy to get. You guys can hatch those. And it was definitely fun to use. Now I will be focusing on getting this Clefable up to Ultra League because I think that's where Clefable shines at its best. So let me know if you guys use Clefable at all. Have you guys enjoyed using it, or do you guys just kind of hold off and use other Charmers? So yeah, overall I think this team's pretty good, pretty fun to use. Went 3-2, not the most impressive, but I think handling those lead losses like we saw against like Reggie Steele, for example, was really, really good. And then when you land a lead against Altaria and they have meta, you can absolutely dominate that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the team. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.